Today we're looking at MPC One key mapping.
Freebeat.
Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shoutout goes to the real Tim Gorley. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. Okay, so we are once again back at the live rig here, as you can see. I've done a few videos at this setup so far. You'll notice a new addition. I now have a microphone stand for my SM58 with a little windscreen or pop filter thingy on it there, so that's great. But today, I want to play around with the MPC One. Specifically, I want to be able to split the Arturia Keystep 37 here so that some of the notes control the pitch correction of the E4, which right now I have set up for the entire keyboard. But I would like maybe the lower keys on the Keystep to trigger some samples, maybe some loops or something like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So I have my audio track set up. That is the E4. Then on the MIDI side of things, I have a MIDI track going to control the E4 through the MPC's MIDI ports. So what I need to do now is pull up a second track. And this, I want to have the samples on it that I want. So I'm going to click Browse and go find the samples that I want. Let's actually just grab a piece of a drum kit here. We'll just use that snare drum there. So I'm just going to load that into the project. Okay, main, I'm going to go assign samples, and sure, we'll just put our snare drum right there for now. Okay, it's right there on the MPC One. Now, what I think I need to do is go to this screen here. And hopefully it'll show up on camera, but there's a couple different keyboard ranges there that we can see. How do I do this? Let's see, I want basically the lower key on the Keystep here to maybe trigger that snare drum and then have the auto pitch correction start maybe right here at this C note. Just right here on this C. So let's figure out how to do that. So MIDI track 1, I'm going to go learn. And I think, yeah, I just pushed that C. Sorry, it's kind of blurry. But hopefully you can tell on the screen, it only highlighted the end of the notes there. I'm going to click the high end learn here. And just going to press the highest note. Okay, cool. We now have our key range for the first track, right? Yeah, cool. Okay. How do I adjust this for the second track now? If I go to track 2, the MIDI port for MIDI 1 changes. Interesting. Our program is still set up for the drums. Okay. Oh. Okay. And, oh. Is that it? It's working. Just like that. Let's go learn for our key range. The low C, and then the high note will also be that C, okay? No way, was it that easy? That is so cool. So now I can sing. No, these are not assigned, right? It starts right here on these notes. And goes up to about right here. And this is the snare drum. That's so cool. Can I do both at the same time? Let's find out. So I am jamming along and I need to play a sample and it just works. That's so darn cool. Now I'm jamming. Now I'm jamming. Play with some harmony. I need to get a new cable for the E4 there. Testing.
Testing.
Yeah. Okay, so that works. That is super cool. Now, obviously, for the example right there, I just used a drum sample. However, that could very easily be a backing track or a one-shot part of a song that I just want to fire off, like a sound effect in a song. So let's say I am playing the drums here with my left hand, singing, or faking singing anyway, because I'm pitch correcting into the microphone there, and using my right hand to play the keys, right, to pitch correct my voice. If I set it up right here, so like here's my pitch correction notes, yeah, I could just set like these 4 keys right here to trigger one-shots in the song. So like maybe there's a little key passage I need to play and I'm singing up here, I could just be singing and just pop that right there, and that would fire off a sample, because I could just be doing that like this. And again, we just used a snare drum sample there, but of course this can be whatever I want, including like a long backing track. Yeah, super, super powerful. So now I have some options for triggering random one-shot stuff in songs, because I originally was going to get a Behringer FCB 1010, which is like a pedal controller, and put it right here. And yeah, I've got Darth Vader slippers on. Deal with it. And just, you know, as I'm playing, just pop samples off with my left or my right foot there. But now this gives me even more options. That's really cool. Yeah, what a success. And you know what? I didn't even have to fight the MPC One at all to make it work. And that is the real beauty, I think, of this little experiment. Also, just because I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned it, but to anyone wondering why I would want to trigger like a part of a song by popping a key on a keyboard or a foot pedal down there, while a backing track, you know, is already running, you might be thinking, why don't you just put all the parts in the backing track and then just, you know, play the drums and sing, or, you know, whatever. In my performance, I want the backing track to be as like sparse and minimal as possible. I don't really want to just like hit play or just hit a pad to fire off an entire, you know, song and just be able to barely drum over it. You know, just fill in the drum parts and maybe some vocals. No, I want to be triggering different parts, and I want it to be an active performance. I want there to be an element of risk, you know, like, oh, am I going to fire this tempo locked thing at the wrong time, you know? This sequence that, you know, has to be triggered at the exact right moment, or things will kind of fall apart in train wreck. I want to be able to perform still. So even like a little 2-bar key passage, I want to sample that as its own one shot, and then, you know, pop a key to fire that off as I'm doing like 2 to 3 other things at the same time. I want it to be an entertaining performance. So that's why I'm really doing all this. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.